What is the messaging behind raising the heat on Pakistan, madam?
I think it's a very important speech that our Prime Minister had made today in Gandhinagar and yesterday in Bhuj. I think the message that he's giving is directly to the people of Pakistan. And he's telling them that your leaders have brought you on the way of terrorism. Please give up terrorism. And he's saying to them that this fake narrative of now Field Marshal Asim Munir is to be busted. What is this two-nation theory that he's talking about? We know that the moment Bangladesh was created in 1971, the two-nation theory went sinking to the bottom of the sea. And we know that Asim Munir is trying to pretend today to his own people by getting himself promoted as field marshal that they've had a victory against India, which we know is completely false, and that it is Prime Minister Modi who has defined the new normal. The very decision to put the Indus Waters Treaty in abeyance, the first reaction to the barbaric attack on innocent tourists in Pahalgam on 22nd April, the first reaction was to put the Indus Waters Treaty in abeyance. Blood and water cannot flow together. Absolutely right. I mean, there's no way that you can continue launching these terrorist attacks on India and then think that everything will be business as normal. And then he said clearly that terror and talks cannot go together. So you cannot continue a policy of terrorism against India and hope then at another level, like Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is understood to have said in Iran when he's visiting nowadays, that, oh, we are offering peace talks and this and that. Where is your verifiable giving up of support to terrorism? And it is exactly the opposite. We know, for example, that after the 7th May attacks on terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan, whether Murid Ke, whether Bawalpur, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Lashkar-e-Taiba and all that, we know that hundreds of terrorists died. And we know that after that, it is the army officers, senior army officers, who participated in their funeral and who have offered 1 crore for each of the people who have passed away. So, I mean, this is absolutely clear that there is no end to Pakistan's support for terrorism, and India will continue its policy as enunciated by Prime Minister, the new normal.
The second thing, madam, from the perspective of foreign policy, there was an effort that was made when Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, even during Vajpayee, to treat the international border from a perspective of some sort of or the LOC, the line of control, as an international border with some sort of a workable border. We have changed that language. We are saying that the Pakistan occupied Kashmir belongs to us. What is the messaging behind that? What are the message we are trying to convey to Pakistan? Because Prime Minister today made a very significant statement. He said कि आज़ादी के वक्त जंजीरें जो जंजीरें हैं वो टूटनी चाहिए थी, भुजाएं काट ली गई.
He was giving 2 points very strongly. He said about Sardar Patel that when those Razakars came in and tried to grab Jammu and Kashmir by force, and at first Prime Minister Nehru hesitated on sending the Indian army, and then when he did, our army was extremely successful in pushing back the Razakars, and we were going to push them right out of the area which is today known as Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir. But at that point, Mountbatten persuaded Prime Minister Nehru to call a stop to the hostilities and go to the UN, which is a complete massive error, a wrong step completely, because another few days and we would have got back the entire POJK. But it was not to be, because once the Prime Minister went to the UN, then that border at that time with the POJK under occupation of Pakistan remained. Now, we do know that in 1994, the government of the Parliament of India, the Indian Parliament, adopted an all-party unanimous resolution calling for the return of POJK to India. It's a very, very important parliamentary resolution unanimously adopted by all parties in 1994. But despite that, even at the Shimla summit, there was an attempt to see whether, the the LOC can become the new IB and so on. It was completely incorrect because, it was Bhutto who managed to deceive former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi into thinking that this would happen as soon as he went back. But of course, that was not his intention at all. He just wanted to get a good agreement from their point of view and a disastrous agreement from our point of view. And that was what he was able to do. So I think the whole idea of getting back POJK has again been brought to the forefront by Prime Minister Modi, and Prime Minister Modi has categorically said that we are going to get back POJK. There can be no talks with Pakistan on Kashmir or any other issue, because after 5th of August 2019, when the temporary Article 370 was abolished, there is no other issue to talk about.